Got the mic. Audio has not betrayed us today. Holy moly. Welcome, welcome. I think we might be live. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Gotta have a blanket today, chat, because it's fucking cold. It's so cold today. Oh, goodness. I am freezing. Which means that it's like, I don't know, 68 to 65 degrees in this house. Which is cold. It's cold when you've lived in Florida your entire life. What is up, Berkamanden? Welcome, welcome. Oh, goodness. How you doing today, friend? Hope everything's going well. Today, plan is very simple. I need to go through some audition repertoire because I've been informed that next semester the classes, the ensembles that I want to be a part of, because I am a returning or a non-traditional, non-degree seeking student coming in just to finish up some of my music classes that I took 15 years ago. I need to audition for the ensembles. So, let's see. Once we do, we're going to have, plenty of time to do some exercises, scale studies, all that stuff is normal. But then going to run through a listing of some excerpts that I need to make sure that I have decently ready. Strauss concerto, so that I have that in my back pocket as well. That's not obviously 100% performance ready right now, but we'll definitely be able to see where it is and how. Come on, there we go. And where we maybe need to spend some time before auditioning. And yeah, so that's kind of the main goal for stuff to work on. And then afterwards, if we have extra time, I've got some Mozart, we've got some Kling Etudes, we've got all kinds of fun stuff to do today. So I'm excited. Let's see. I'm decently warmed up, actually. So let's start our timer and figure out scales. How do we wish to do scales? I would imagine, I don't know how rigorous the audition process is going to be. It's a small town's like community college, so it's not like a rigorous, super duper rigorous, I would imagine, audition process. But that said, we don't want to underestimate and be unprepared. So let's do scales kind of quickly. Let's run through majors. We can run through majors pretty quick without too much stop in between. If we do majors and natural minors, we could probably run through them pretty quickly. Let's see how fast we can. That'll be a fun bit of a challenge. So majors first, and then we'll do the same one, natural minor, right after the major. Weird. That's okay. I need to make sure that I have the keys in my mind so that whatever they ask of me. Okay. before we do this too much, let's pause real quick because my tuning slide needs some grease. Yummy, yummy grease. Make sure that this is as dry and clean as we can make it. Grease around the rim, not to the inside, please. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Sorry, just want to make sure that we're doing all of our preventative maintenance. That's a good glide on the slide. Okay. That's way too much grease, though. Maybe not. Maybe we can use a little bit more. Yeah, that feels nice. Okay, cool. Apologies, chat. One of those things that just has to be done. Okay. Let's see. We literally just did one scale, right? Before we stopped. Let's restart. Restart. B flats, major, has a D natural. and then natural minors, of course. Whew! All right, and then Fs. Fs are a good one. We're almost done, actually. And then F, natural minor. All right, and then E's. E flat. Sheesh. Whew! And then finally D flats. That one was kind of there and sounded it was very, very, very soft. But that D flat, the low one, it sounded. Hey, that's more than we got recently. More than we have gotten recently, if I can remember how to speak English correctly. That's pretty exciting. I don't know why it would say that. No, let me give you a new link. Sorry, I thought that it was a permanent link, but it turns out it is not. So, apologies. Give me 1 second and I'll fix that for you. As soon as it'll open up. Oh. Expire after 0. That's why. Okay, don't freeze. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. Oh no. Okay. Never. There we go. New link. There we go. All right. So this is now the new link for sure. And I will need to update it on my info after stream. But thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that. Hey, I just saw that you joined. Excellent. Okay, so there's the scales for the day. Let's get some flexibility exercises. Sweet. Right? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm rolling all over my blanket. My poor feet are so cold. Kind of sounds like a donkey. Trying to do these sixths. That is a tough exercise, but I tell you what, most of those partials on there felt a little bit better than I think they have normally. Barring the super low stuff, of course, because that's always a, rather the mid-low stuff. The C, B natural, and B flats were a little tricky to pop into down low. But otherwise, much of that felt pretty dang good. All right, second flexibility is a bit of a higher flexibility. Then probably some natural horn, some lip trills, then natural horn. Oh no. Okay. It looked for a second like my webcam froze. That's what I get for opening up Discord during a stream. But I think we should be okay. Maybe a little choppy, a little framey, but it looks like it's come back. So I apologize for the quick freeze. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Flexibility. I do those on 72, of course. 72. Excuse me. Okay, cool. Those being flexibilities, such as they are, which is to say not bad. Let's, before we go on to lip trills, let's do harmonic scales. And what I've been thinking of, or what I thought about just now, was typically we do the harmonic series on open and going down, what if we went up instead? We start on 1, 2, 3 and go up, and then once we hit the open, we go trigger 2, 3 and go up from there. So we're going to expand our range a little bit on the harmonics. Yo! See you tomorrow, friend. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm sort of playing around with, as I'm doing these slurs up and down, sort of the low stuff. It felt like on that low one coming down, it sort of felt different on my embouchure, but different in a good way. And so I'm trying to like sort of play around with that and maybe reinforce the good way. But then it's weird. As far as a low setting goes, that feels good. I wonder if that works more in terms of mobility, flexibility. Because that feels like there's pressure, which is what it's always, I've been told that there always needs to be like a fair amount of pressure, a good amount of contact on the mouthpiece and on the lips, on the teeth. And it sort of never really made sense to me. And it still doesn't. But perhaps we may have just found something else. Perhaps. Where the hell is this water? I am losing my mind. There's a good bit of it. Holy moly. It's always in the last slide you look. because duh, because why would you keep looking after you found it? Maybe it's not as groundbreaking of an epiphany as I thought, or maybe I just can't reproduce it quite at the moment. Yo, what's going on? I apologize. JI8814. What's going on? Thanks for stopping by. 8814 is not a little sus. In English, anyways. Don't know. But anyways. Oh, jeez. How's it going, friend? Sorry. First thing I think of whenever I see numbers is like either bots or otherwise nefariousness, and there's some negative connotations with some particular numbers. Anyways, we're trying to do harmonics, warming up, and then we're gonna run through an audition list. I have the Strauss horn concerto. We're gonna go through the first movement of that relatively. That's okay. Never mind. It's a stupid. I've been on the internet. I'm on the internet probably too much. It's not. It's a me thing. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night, and I'm kind of just speaking without thinking. So my apologies. But we're gonna do. We're going through. It's just a horn solo and then a number of orchestral excerpts after we do harmonic series. So that's what we're working on. We're doing the harmonic scales at the moment, then lip trills, and then I think we're going to get into it. So it's going to be fun. That low stuff is not friendly to me. I tell you what. All right. Waltzy Dev. We love Tuesday toots around here. How you doing, friend? This is a new, I say new, warm up. Just an extension of a previous one that we've done that I thought would be fun to extend up high. We've been playing it down low all the time. Oh, and it kind of blows. Okay, now let's get lip trills. Lip and triller. All right. Finally starting to, I can tell when I'm warmed up, when I'm actually physically warmed up, when it stops being cold in my house. Alrighty. Lip trills. Maybe we'll get one today. I might need to take a little break in between those. That's there's some fatigue. French horn's a beautiful sounding horn. It's a favorite. Thank you so much, friend. It's I mean my favorite too. Do you play? Do you play any instruments? Are you a musician yourself? We have all kinds coming through here, and I love to hear the stories of everyone. We've got plenty of saxophone players, bassoon players, other French horns, trumpets, guitar players, violins, pianos. We got the makings of a little YouTube symphony orchestra with everyone that comes through here. It's really fucking cool. Ah, holy cow. almost, that one felt like it was wanting to speed up pretty good. Almost there. Yes, sir, played drums. Hey, that's pretty cool. Don't really play much anymore. Taught myself a little piano. That's fucking awesome, dude. I actually started on, when I was in 6th grade on percussion. And so what had happened was that was around the time the movie Drumline, if you're familiar with Nick Cannon and Orlando Brown. They you know, they're doing all these like all these crazy flourishes and things. So I was in 6th grade and I had my friends. They would carry my snare practice pad and they would just be like walking with it backwards, and I'd be out there doing all the drumline flourishes and stuff. And so my band director was like, "Okay, we're gonna put you on something different because you're gonna get bored if you just like play 6th grade percussion for the rest of the year and you're gonna drop out of music. So we're gonna either put you on bassoon or French horn because those are a bit more advanced of instruments that they don't usually give to first time people in 6th grade." And so I chose the French horn, and then the rest is history. But I love drums. I have an electronic drum set because I really, really wanted to learn how to play. And it's in a box, and I haven't touched it in like 2.5 years probably. So, yo, Suki Plays, how you doing, friend? Sorry, I think you've been sitting there in chat for a little bit. Good to see you, friend. How are ya? Oh my goodness, we're doing lip trills, but I have to take a rest because my face is tired. All right, A flat lip trills, and then we'll get into the good stuff. I promise. That's tough. That is not easy when you get to 1 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Those are some nasty lip and trillers. No worries, doing really good. How are you, dude? We're doing great. We're doing really well today. Thank you for asking. We're so the lore of what we're doing here is getting ready for the spring semester at the local community college. I'm trying to get in and finish up some of the coursework that I started in college 15 years ago. So like the music theory stuff and ensembles and horn studio and stuff like that at the community college. So it turns out that because I am a student coming in not seeking a degree because I already have a bachelor's degree, it's a whole thing. But I've got to audition for ensembles. So I thought today it would be fun to take the local symphonies audition list and just go through, because basically these would be what I have prepared and ready to ready as repertoire for an audition, even though I don't know exactly what they'd be asking for. But I figure if we go through this list, we should at least have a something decent to show the panel or judges or whomever. So to start, we're going from Strauss 1. Strauss 1, the first movement, and we're going to kind of speed run it. We're not going to spend too much time correcting. We're just going to see where it is and what kind of state is it if we were to play. So it's going to be a fun day. Yo, tapioca, how you doing? Of course, I know the movie Drumline. It's one of my favorite styles of drumming. It's cool, thanks. Hey, dude, I fucking love drums, and I suck. Because, like, I learned as soon as you start putting in feet or anything like that, I just, nothing. On the topic of percussion, Suki, you're a drummer as well. Dude, and so I was just saying, we got all kinds of musicians coming in here, and I completely blanked, but now we've got percussion. So now we're actually building a legit symphony orchestra in chat. And that's so exciting. I love percussions. I love all musicians. Oh, goodness. All right. And now I'm stalling because we're about to play the real one. Let's do a recovery real quick. Okay. We have our recoveries. Tapioca's euphonium as well. Holy hell. I apologize if you told me that before. Sometimes I need repetition in order for things to truly stick. But that's freaking awesome. My youngest brother played euphonium in school as well. And I actually have his euphonium. I don't know if I have his mouthpiece, so we could I actually might be able to play. If I get it, it's probably not even in good condition, but it's just over in the other room. Oh, thank you, Suki. I love your energy. Gonna go listen to Strauss 1. Hey, no problem. No worries. If you would like a recommendation, a few really great performers. Barry Tuckwell has a very good addition. Dennis Brain is kind of always the standard for any horn piece that he plays. I know Herman Bauman has a really good Strauss one. I love Radek Babarak as well. He does my favorite Strauss 2, but I'm sure he's got a good Strauss one as well. Yeah, I think that would be. I don't know of any other recordings off the top of my head that I've heard that are like, but anyone that you find, I'm sure is gonna knock it out of the park. Andrew Bain would be a really good one. I don't know if he's the principal of LA. David Cooper is the principal in Chicago, I believe, and I'm sure he would crush it. He does a lot of really fun stuff on YouTube. Who else? I don't know. That might be a little too many, if I'm being honest. But all right, that's enough. That's enough dilly-dallying. Strauss 1 speedrun percent. Any percent. Audition percent. Strauss 1 audition percent. Rest. So the intro was a little scuffed, but we're not correcting. We're just moving on. Da-da-dum, bum, bum. Holy. Rest, 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 rest. Dun, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh my god. Ah! That's okay. Okay. Whew. Oh, sorry. Suki, gotta go. Hey, appreciate it, friend. Have a really fantastic day ahead. Good luck with your audition. Subscribe. Hey, appreciate it, friend. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Holy moly. that was an aerobic solo. I am actually like straight up sweating, and only one reset really. A couple flub notes and a couple places to work out. In particular, the second sort of stanza. I don't know. Second solo, I guess, part. Because the intro was okay. Or let's just start from the very intro because that was flubbed. Excuse me. All right, that's a little bit better of an intro. Only problem is you only got one shot at it. You only got one shot. And then this bit being another rougher entrance, and also towards the end, of course, just completely had to reset. So let's play it better. Definitely better in spots. Definitely better in spots. Not as good in spots, but the triplets actually sort of, they felt better. More secure, more confident in them. And I think they mostly worked. A couple of flub notes here and there. Obviously, air and breath control still a work in progress. Not 100% on any of those, but all in all, I would hesitate to call it performance ready, but it's not perhaps too far. Okay, so we can move on from Richard Strauss, and we can do some Till Eulenspiegel. We're going to run through a couple of, couple excerpts that I am familiar with, and a couple that I need to brush up perhaps on. So first off is Till Eulenspiegel's Lustige Streiche, the opening calls. It's by Richard Strauss, who also just did, he wrote the concerto that we just played as well. Which is always fun. Little Strauss action. Strauss on Strauss on Strauss on Strauss on Strauss. I don't want to play from memory. So, Till Eulenspiegel's Merry Pranks. It's, that's the English of it, but I prefer Lustige Streiche. And I think that's not the worst pronunciation in the world, but my German is not good. Y'all can ask Glockner next time you see him, and he'll tell you, my German is not good. Not gut. I don't know what bad is, I just know gut. Guten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dun 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4, dun 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That one's not too bad. Dare I say, not too bad. Maybe good. Maybe good. Let's try it again. Honestly, I dare say that might be one of my strongest excerpts. Okay. So, next comes Shostakovich. Not Tchaikovsky. The other very long, very Russian, not Das Rheingold, not Don Quixote, not Beethoven 9, Shostakovich 5. Now this one's, in order to play it correctly, and in character, This is a very difficult excerpt. The first and second horn for Shostakovich 5. Again, not maybe not my weakest of the excerpts, but this is one that I'll need to study a bit more and actually listen, because I haven't listened to Shostakovich 5, so I need to get it in my ear as a complete piece as opposed to just the excerpt, and in particular for the very last 8 bars or whatever, when it switches from the super low plotting up into a more, it fits more into what the orchestra is doing, as opposed to bum, ba, 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 ba. And also my tempo is probably not good. Kabong! What's up, Fred? How you doing? We're running through some orchestral excerpts right now that might show up on an audition. Sort of figuring and tweaking and seeing where they're at in terms of performance. So this one actually says, let me see, it says 48. That can't be right. That's not right. That's not right at all. What the hell? All right. Shostakovich, where are you, my friend? Shostakovich, Symphony number 5. So y'all telling me quarter is 92. You freaking lied to me. Quarter is 92. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. That still seems, because it's calm. It's not cut time. Dun, dun, bum. That's okay. I guess we'll see. Okay. Maybe not with the click. This is just leaving me more confused than when I started. Bum, 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 bum. not a good one, but one that needs to be listened to and make sure that I really, because the tempo as well is not, yeah, this one, Shostakovich 5, as a whole, is not one that I'm super familiar with, so worth going through. The next two are actually ones that I'm going to come to last. They are Tchaikovsky 5 and Wagner's Short Call, the Götterdämmerung. Instead, we're going to go to Brahms 3, which is, again, not one of my favorites that I've really gone through all that much. Mahler. No, Brahms. 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 Brahms? Why is there no Brahms in this entire book? Okay, Brahms does not exist in this book. So let's go find it. Brahms 3. And this is this one. Horn and C, man. F to 12 after F. So this is one, I don't know this one, and it's in C, so my transposition is a little weak, but we'll see. Wait. Oh! What the hell? Good thing we're working this out, because this one's bad. I'm playing it wrong. My transposition, as I say, is weak, and it's. Okay. Oh, my shoulder. We sort of make sense of that one now that we actually know what the notes are. Because it's horn in C. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not a problem. It's just that I'm bad at it. But for anyone who's not aware, French horn is written in the key of F most often. That's the biblically accurate key for French horn. This is Brahms. If you notice, it says horn in fucking C. Fucking C. For those who are listening intently, horn is not written in C. So because this is, C, C, D, E flat, G, F, D, you're not playing that. You're playing it down a fourth. So instead of C, it's G's, and it's in G minor, is it? So you have to think B flats, which are these E flats, and E flats, which are the A flats. The B flat at the top is an F. So it's all just down a fourth, and it's just something you got to do as a horn player. So, anyways. Blah, 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 blah. That's Brahms 3. Whatever. Tchaikovsky 5. Tchaikovsky 5. Which one is Tchaikovsky 5? It's not the... I know the bum ba ba da bum 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 ba ba da bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba ba bum 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 bum. Spaghetti Hell. What's up? Great name, by the way. I'm not entirely sure when I'm auditioning. It's either going to be I would imagine in the next month, because it's for ensemble placement for spring ensembles at the local community college. So I don't know if they would do them probably before the new term starts, but I don't know how early. So this is the first run through of like the audition repertoire that that I have seen. And we're going to keep doing them periodically up until we actually know when we are. But next few weeks, probably. I would imagine just after the new year. But I don't know that for sure. What am I looking for? Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky. Second movement, the solo. So it's this. Oh, Tchaikovsky. Yes, I do know this one. I've never played it, but I've always wanted to. I don't know why. I feel like I couldn't find it. Ah, come on. Okay. And this one's good because it's horn in F, you'll see. So we don't have to transpose this one down a fourth or whatever the hell. Come on. This and maybe a little bit like this and somewhere like that. Cool. Okay. Is that an A sharp? Or sorry, B sharp or B natural? That looks like a B sharp. Heh. I don't think I have this part in my ear. Let's at least do the first part again, and then we'll see if we can figure it out. So there's some stuff to work on here. Decent foundation, I would say. Oh man, my shoulder. But I need to listen to it, especially for the end. Like the first parts of it, I've heard this excerpt played enough times to sort of have it in my ear how it's supposed to be. But yeah, the ending bit is less in my ear. So that's the to work on's Tchaikovsky 5 for sure, Brahms 3, Shostakovich 5 obviously, and probably the Götterdämmerung, which is the short call. This is not the right. There's a different Götterdämmerung excerpt that I am not familiar with. That's pretty cool. Let's get Wagner. Short call. All right, and we'll see if we can how well we remember how to play this, because this was one I played quite a bit in college, just because I found that I had the high range to be able to do them. So we'll see. I don't know if I necessarily still do, but was the audition piece. So we did that one at the start, actually. It's, hold on. I can bring it up, but my chair has rolled onto my blanket. I apologize. So the piece is the exposition from the first movement of Strauss's Concerto No. 1. Beautiful, brilliant piece, by the way. It's funny because Strauss's first horn concerto is a horn standard, right? Like it's either on every single audition or whatever, you're either going to be playing Strauss 1 or one of the Mozarts. That's 100% of auditions will contain one of these two, right? Strauss 1 was written about 30 years before Strauss 2, which, for my money, like, you can tell. You know, it's one of those, like, you hear Strauss 1, it's like, okay, that's, you know, fun, good. You hear Strauss 2, and you're like, holy shit. This is so much more mature, so much more interesting, so much more musical than the first one. I hate that Strauss 1 is the standard, because I would love to play Strauss 2 as the standard. But that's neither here nor there. So it's I'm preparing as if Strauss 1 is going to be the piece. I also have a couple not a couple Mozarts. I have a Mozart that's like halfway decent that I probably work on in the next couple weeks, just to make sure that I have at least a Mozart and the Strauss. And then the orchestral excerpts, and maybe I might do, if they ask for like an etude or something, I'm working on some things from the Kling book. Specifically Kling number 3 and number 9 are probably the ones that are closest to performance ready. So yeah, sort of, but less so. Oh shoot, what is in this? Ooh, Franz Strauss's concerto. That's a whole different Strauss concerto, which is another really, really fun one. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Just kind of giving my my chops a rest for a minute, because this is some high shit that is going to be, it's going to be pretty difficult. Especially because I'm also doing different fingerings than what I knew in college. So it's going to be, that's why I did this one last. All right. Okay. Good first note. That was a good first note. That was a bad first note. Okay. That sort of was actually kind of it. Not really like staccatos, vivace, or dynamically correct, but the notes were there, sort of. That's more than I thought that was going to be. So let's see if we can clean it up a little bit. That C is a I was gonna say it's a beast of a note, it's a bitch of a note, it's a monster of a note, it's an asshole of a note. It's like it's all of the above because it's just like, ugh. Alright, you know what? Crazy as it is, that's actually not my weakest of the excerpts. So, to save my chops from blowing them all over the place, I think we're good on the short call for right now. Actually, to the surprise of everyone, I was not expecting that one to be actually like halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. So, to avoid blowing my chops out, what's your range on the horn? Thank you for asking. I love this question. So the highest that I've really ever been able to play is at the top of the horn call is a C. So it's a C above the staff. Is kind of the top end of my range that I've tried to play. There's a few infamous pieces that go a little higher than that, up to D's. Concertstück by Schumann actually goes up to an E above there, which I've never really tried to hit because it scares me. So from up there all the way down to you play in bass clef is another thing. Do I have my... No, I play actually trombone etudes a little bit to work on my low range and in the bass clef. And this book that I've been playing excerpts out of actually is Mastering the Horn's Low Register by Randy Gardner. So that's the fun thing about horn is basically you've got a functional like 4+ octave range. So I almost have C, 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 5 C's. I can get down to the D decently easily. So the lowest C that I can hit. and then the C below that is what you're like. That's the highly advanced range. That's what's like range extension exercises. The lowest notes that I've seen written for horn actually is in this particular excerpt that I wanted to do. It's Mahler 3, the first movement. And so this is a really fun one because it starts just bum 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 bum. It's a really good like horn line, like full horn sound, and it goes. It's actually, this is the fourth horn, but it goes up to all the way up to high A above the staff. So you have to have a full range. And then it goes this one da to an E on the staff to an octave down to going slurring all this in bass clef to the super low E on the horn is by far the lowest note I think that I've ever seen written. Mahler 1 has an F that's just the F just above that, and that one's fun because, well, we'll get, but so that E So that's Mahler 3. Mahler wrote some good low horn stuff, I tell you what. So you know what? Since we've actually gone through the audition repertoire, I was about to say, I don't want to spend too much time on these, but that's exactly what this part of practice is for. So we're just going to run through this whole excerpt because it's a lot of fun. Oh my God. That's a hell of an excerpt. Because you're going, this one might have the most range of any real like orchestral excerpt for the horn because you're super fucking loud. You're blaring out your accent. You're bum, bum, bum. You're going blazing up high. You're going all the way down low. You're going dropping down to a pianissimo. And you're going super legato on the low slurs. And I can't do them because they're that hard. Like that's the thing is I am struggling with this because it's that fucking difficult. Not that I'm like good or anything, but I'm maybe just pre-college level of skill, and I'm working back to my college form. And it's like it's so hard. That's what I need to do is I need to play that E. So it's tough. Makes me glad I don't play brass. Makes me glad I do play brass. Because it as difficult as it is, like, that's the fun. Like, for me, I picture myself eventually one day having it, because my low range has never been my strongest. I've been more of a high horn, just naturally. But I would love to be able to play specifically this excerpt, because it would prove it's as a proof of concept of, like, I have loud, I have brassy, I have nasty, I have high range, I've got articulation and marcato and boom, boom, boom. I've got crescendos, I've got decrescendos, and I've got softness, and I've got tenderness, and I've got slurs in the low register immediately after playing super high. That to me is like, if I can get this well, that's a lot of my weaknesses shored up, which is why I really love this one. We'll get to it later a little bit more, just because I want to get to some other things. Not that one. Not Der Freischütz. Not Heldenleben, but we will come to Heldenleben later, because now we go to a different Mahler, which also has some pretty fucking good low stuff. And this one, I love studying. And I'm just going to let that sit for a minute, because I am a huge dork, and that just full stop. But I love studying the context of symphonies. You know, like learning the story behind Beethoven 3 and how it's the heroic symphony originally dedicated to Napoleon. Beethoven then became disenfranchised and said, it's not really, because Napoleon's a little bitch. So, and it was just a whole thing. I think Shostakovich 5 was written, there's some context there regarding Stalin, and some of those, geopolitical factors at play. Mahler 1, this particular part of the symphony is, I don't know if the whole thing, it's about a hunter, right? And what's happening here is the hunter perishes in the forest, and he's being carried in a sort of funeral procession to his final resting place. And the thing that's funny about it, ironic as it is that he's being carried in this funeral procession by the woodland creatures that he once hunted. And so it's Brother Bruder Martin, Frere Jacques, set in a minor key, super low, and it's sort of like a, oh, you suck. Oh, what you gonna do? Like, you can't touch this. So that's kind of how I like think of it as it goes. And that to me is the most fun thing. Same with Till Eulenspiegel. It's about this prankster, Till, figure in German folklore, who's just this like little gremlin mode. And so when you play Till Eulenspiegel, you kind of have to think, okay, he's sort of peeking out, he's being a little trepidatious at first, and then he finds himself and becomes more confident and self-assured. And so you have to get that into opening calls. So for example, if I can play it right, but then the second call, and so you kind of you are Till. You are Till Eulenspiegel in those moments, and you're kind of, think about Tom and Jerry cartoons. They don't say anything, but the way the music, when Jerry's going and like tiptoeing around a corner, like that's playing Till Eulenspiegel to me, and it's just fun, man. Anyways, Mahler 1 is really cool. Goes like this. another really, really difficult one because it's all pianissimo. It's pianissimo, and it's low. And there is a slur, an octave slur from F to the low, low F. It's a slur, pianissimo, down to the second lowest note that I've ever seen written for a horn, ever. That's a bear. That one's a bear. Okay, so we have now done through some Mahler. We've done Heldenleben. No, we haven't done Heldenleben. Let's do Heldenleben. Heldenleben, and then we'll maybe spend a little time on one of these etudes. Ooh, actually, no. You know what? I have a much better idea. Not, better, but a different idea. Let's play through. Let's do Mozart 1, which is not audition preparation, because Mozart 1 is the weird, it's the weird, like, redheaded stepchild of the Mozarts. It's a beautiful piece, but it's incomplete. Mozart's 2, 3, and 4 have 3 movements each. Your exposition, you have, or like the, first movement, whatever. Second one is typically the slower, the legato, lyrical passage. And third, at least for Mozart, are in 6/8 triplet feel, and they're sort of a swinging, like a, I don't know. Anyways, so the first concerto was actually chronologically the last one written, because it was written for Joseph Leitgeb. I don't know exactly the pronunciation, but it was written for this one particular horn player in Mozart's time. And the first one, it's written in a key down, which was easier as Leitgeb aged, so it was an easier key for him to play in. But it's still got plenty of Mozart and plenty of character. But because it's only 2 movements, it's not as, and in an easier key, it's not as strenuous as 2 and 4 being more so, 3 less because it doesn't have a B flat, and then 1 is just, I don't want to say like a freshman in high school piece, but kinda, maybe, I don't know. But with that said, that's what we're gonna do the second movement, which would be the third on any other Mozart concerto. And we're just gonna have a good time, because this is an easy range to play in, and we've kind of blown our chops out on some of the earlier stuff. So let's take it easy. Nice little recovery piece. Okay, and immediately I fuck it up, so. I know I'm being lazy on this one. I can feel myself like not really breathing as deep or putting as much focus into this, and that's a mistake. That is a mistake. I said this was an easier piece, and I'm losing focus, but that's no excuse to not play well and musically. Nice little fun little bit to end out a good productive day of practice on which to end a good productive day of practice. I don't need your grammar lessons, chat. I know it. I choose intentionally to break the rules. All right, let's we still got 5 minutes. Think we can go through the first movement? That's kind of a cheat you can do on some lip trills. Is I've heard, and I don't recommend doing this, and I don't do this myself, other than just playing around. Is that you can sort of shake your horn a bit. And it's sort of like a cheater way to do a lip trill. It's not really what you want to do. actually don't know this part very well. Oh, excuse me. Whew. That was a big one. Okay. Completely forgot how to do any of my fingerings. Let's actually play this correctly. How have I never... What? Do I play those guitars? Not really. I haven't in quite some time. I like to. I'm not very good. It's just for right now. It's like the hurdle of going through the process of having my fingertips hurt for another few weeks, and then I'll be able to play like sometimes. It's just kind of not something that's it's a tall hurdle to clear. So yeah, my fingertips are soft, delicate, tender, but I like them. They're mostly just collectors. I collect them at this point. So it's an Ibanez is the acoustic. The Randy Rhoads model is I would be a horrible weatherman. And over here you've got Jackson is the Randy Rhoads model. It's this hand, Randy Rhoads model, and then behind it is a bass, Jackson bass. That I actually might like my bass more than the regular guitars, even though it's the one I have the least experience with. It just feels fun, It's a good time. All right. I need to maybe, hey, we made practice. We made practice time. Hell yeah. I don't know. The D up there kind of feels better on 3. Da, 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 da. I don't know. My valves are a little slow as well. Turns out I don't know these the end bit of Mozart 1 as well as I thought I did. This one's got some hands. A little bit. Ah! Ow. My chops are destroyed. All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you, the proceeding for my audition repertoire. I don't know that we got a whole lot left. Maybe just the end of this Mozart 1 once or twice more. Yo, Lucifer! What's up? Hey, better late than never, am I right? I'm happy to see you, friend. Glad you're here! We've done a lot today. We ran through Strauss 1 as basically the overarching theme has been like a sort of mock audition. So Strauss 1, almost basically all the way through, decently. And then a handful of orchestral excerpts, sort of just as they are, to identify, sort of where weak spots are and what is more ready, what needs more work. Because in the next couple of weeks, up until probably like early January, I think I'm gonna have to audition for ensembles in at the local community college. So it's gonna be fun, and it's definitely given me a lot to pointed out a lot that I can work on between now and then. So that's pretty fun. And then in the meantime, or after that, we've just been playing through a little bit of Mozart as it's been fun. But yeah, hope things are going well for you, Lucifer. And that's Mozart 1. Give or take. Roughly. In every sense of the word. That was roughly Mozart 1. Oh, jeez. last thing for today is we're going to warm down. And specifically, we're going to be doing, it's called chromatics down. It's a Caruso exercise. Look up Julie Landsman on YouTube if you're interested, the Caruso method. Great for any brass player, although the Julie Landsman teaches for horn specifically. But there's trumpet, low brass, all kinds of brass method Caruso exercises. And so the point of this is to maintain pressure and contact with the embouchure. And so you start on a comfortable note, the middle G in this case. And it goes something like this. So the whole point of Carusos, they're notorious for, it's you breathe through your nose. And the reason you do that is because you want to keep your mouthpiece not firm and tight in the corners, at least for me personally. But it's about keeping the mouthpiece where it is as opposed to moving it around so much. And it's training your embouchure to stay and to work efficiently. So it's really reinforcing the correct positioning of the embouchure, especially as it moves into the low register, which is something that I desperately need. So 1 and 2 and. Y'all didn't notice this on the mic, I guarantee you, because it didn't happen on the mic. But I at the end of that exercise, I sort of like allowed myself to just blah, 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 and go down and play it down as low. The D sharp, the D flat was there. The C might have sounded. Oh, we're close. We're close on that one. All right. I think for the sake of my poor chops, I think we're going to say we're calling practice there. Oh my goodness. Excellent day of work. There was a lot of progress made today. Today being 40, kind of a bit of a landmark. The 40th day. Nice round number, and holy moly, we're kind of getting somewhere. That feels really good. All right. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for me. I've got some cooking and cleaning and administrative stuff. I still have to get my transcripts sent out and register for classes and make sure that's all taken care of. So, oh yeah, the dog. His name is Pax. He's my little guy. He's usually here during the week. On Saturdays, Sundays, my girlfriend's usually over, and so he's out there in the living room hanging out with her. But yeah, he's oh, he's so sleepy. Oh, he's so precious. In 40 days, it's crazy, dude. In Spaghetti Hell, Gabong, Suki, Lucifer, everyone. Sorry, I don't mean to exclude anyone. JL 8814, Multidev Tabioca, Burkaman, Burkamandin, everyone who has come out today and every day. Sincerely, thanks y'all for coming by. It's I wouldn't have made it 40 days without y'all's encouragement and just making practice a hell of a fun time. Like seriously, I'm having so much fun practicing. I've never had, not never, but like I've rarely ever experienced that. And I've had fun for the last 40 days. And that's all because of you guys in chat. Left to my own devices, I wouldn't have this much fun. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Thank you again for hanging out. And I'll be back tomorrow for more practice. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll see ya. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.